How you wanna get it, man? Get your tail, it's a different lane. When you playing for the winning team, RP to Mr. Wayne's. Bang, bang, we gon' win the game. Core crank, hit you with your pain.
I be spitting real, you be spitting backwash, yeah. So I'ma have to ask you all to back off. Hitters in my DMs try to hit me with the caps lock, cause I'm always beasting on the camera like the Sasquatch. Wait until I blow, y'all gon' see me blast off, yeah. And y'all gon' see in front like that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to For the Love of Details. It is Monday night, and we have a very special guest, as you can see right before me. We have Sam here from DIY Detail. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I am so good. So I have a question before we get started. So your name is Salvatore, but we call you Sam. Where did Samsquatch come from? Because that's another nickname that you have. How did you get that nickname?
Actually, yeah. No, my family's been calling me Sam for years. But the whole Samsquatch thing, I guess just because of my size, my dad actually started calling me Sasquatch, so I put the two together. It's working.
Oh, I think we might be, I can't hear you anymore, Sam. I think we might be having technical difficulties. I think you're frozen. Is that just on my end, guys? Can you hear Sam? I think he's frozen on my end.
We'll see. Not the case, but
Oh. You're frozen, Sam. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're frozen and you're kind of going in and out.
Oh, shoot. Let's see, then that's not good.
Okay. Oh. Well, anyways, I'm sure he'll come back in, you guys. He has just moved and he is in his basement. It's also raining over there, so hopefully he has a good connection and we get him on back in here. Thank you guys for being here. I see a ton of you in the comments. Happy Monday. How are you guys doing? Sam using AOL internet. He might be. He might be. Guys, remember that whole dial-up? My kids have no idea. But yeah, it's been a great day. How are you guys doing? It's so hot over here, so to hear it's raining over there, I'm wondering if it's cold, if it's a hot rain. I feel like I've been sweating all day. It's summertime, and it's definitely, I'm feeling the heat. So let's see who's in the house. We have Adamo. What's up, Adamo? We have Eddie. What's up? We have Keith. We have Dennis. Frankie. What's up, you guys? Humberto. We have Ghost. We have Corey. Look at Westcat. We have all the awesome people. We have Bobby in the house. What's up, Bruce? Kelly. Man, Conway. What's up, Conway? Did I say Adrian? We have David. Is Rich in the house? You guys are awesome. Chris M is here. Becca. What is up, Becca? I think I see Mike. All the greats, all the cool people. What's up, Victor, Matt from Slick Auto Styling? What's up, you guys? Hopefully we can get Sam back in. Let me see if he's messaging here. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and ad lib because, you know, technical difficulties happen. Oh, let's see. Let's see if we can get him back in. Hi.
Hello again.
We hear you. Yay.
Yeah, they'll, I think it's Spectrum or whoever, they'll be here tomorrow. So right now I'm on the wireless hotspot on my phone, and it is
Oh, okay.
So
yes. Somebody was asking if you were on that AOL dial-up internet.
I wish. God, that takes me back, waiting like 4 minutes for a page to load.
Right? Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days of you know, AOL and Minesweeper. Do you guys remember the game Minesweeper? You guys remember that? I never knew how to play it, but I always thought it was cool. I don't know. Man. Anyways, thank you, Sam, for being here with me tonight. I'm so excited to have you on and to get to talking to you. We are talking to, let's see if I can remember the title. It's Retail Customer Service Specialist. Did I get that right? I think. DIY. But what was interesting to me that I've recently found out is this, before this whole detailing thing, you actually went to med school. Is that correct? And
Yes.
you were a pharmacist. So talk to me about that. How did you were a pharmacist, and then how'd you get into detailing? Let's kind of start from the beginning.
Oh yeah, excellent question. Yeah, basically just kind of went through high school and things. Originally didn't want to go into pharmacy. I was actually originally supposed to go to a couple different schools, but it was supposed to be for theoretical physics, so it's a completely different thing. Um,
Wow.
and then ended up changing um, the whole scheme of things. And it was in college. I wanted to stay closer to home because my family's from here too. So there was that, and then that developed into pharmacy school. I think it was my second semester. Someone in my class, my chemistry class, was going into medicinal chemistry. So I took his book and I read his book, and then that's kind of when it swapped. So from there, I ended up going to medical school. I did some of that. And yeah, I ended up as a pharmacy technician. So not
So
quite the pharmacist like I planned, but I did that for, God, it seems like a lifetime now. So yeah, I've been all over the place, yes. And then detailing, something that's always been there. Cleaning cars, my grandpa was really big on cars. So we
okay.
went into cleaning them. He had worked on them and things, so that happened. And then the right when YouTube was getting big, you had Ivan in the whole blue, the bow tie, the button up, and everything is when I started there. And then eventually that evolved into Nick with Hawk Pro. Pan the Organizer was a big one. And then Eddie, Jamie, everyone, and then now DIY Detail. So
Yeah.
it's done a full 180.
Yeah, quite the progression. How long have you been with DIY Detail?
I have been since, I believe, I think it's a year and a half now. So this
Did you
coming February, 2 years. Mhm.
Okay. So did you start when they started, basically? Were you hired on kind of when they began?
Oh no, I believe I came in a year afterwards. So
Okay. Oh, that's right. DIY Details 3 years, right? They just had a birthday.
yes.
Awesome. That is very, very cool. So from pharmacy tech to detailing. So how did you stumble into the position? Was it word of mouth? Did somebody just kind of tell you about it and you went for it, or how did you even discover the position to apply?
With that, that is honestly an excellent question. From what I remember, I'd been on like YouTube just leaving comments over the years on pretty much everyone's channel now. So, and then eventually DIY Detail was starting up. And I originally wrote in, I think a couple months after they started, um, basically just honestly kind of fanboying a little. It's Ivan. I mean,
Yeah, we're all
and then
fanboys.
and then yeah, yeah. So I did that, and that's when I got an email back that said, "We'll keep you in mind here in the future." Right now, like you said, they're still growing, so they had everything there. And then I would say somewhere probably 6, 7 months down the line, um, I think it hit me. The job I was at currently, I wasn't super happy with it, and
Hmm.
that's when I said, let's give it another shot, and then that's where it went from there. So, and now I get to bother Nick and Ivan all day on a daily basis, so that's always fun.
Absolutely. Nick and Ivan are definitely fun to bother. Ivan especially. again, I've sung his praises, Nick too, but I've sung Ivan's praises many, many times. He's such a wealth of knowledge, and he's just always there if you have questions. So I'm sure it's no different for you. So talk to us a little bit about what your day-to-day is like. What is this job like with DIY? I mean, they have grown so exponentially fast from, the first year to the third year. Even, just their presence on YouTube. I can't imagine, or I'm sorry. It's crazy to think about how fast they've grown. So what is it like for you, a day-to-day? What does it look like being a retail customer service specialist? What do you do in this position?
It's changed a little bit since I first started, but for the most part, first thing I do when I come in the morning is I bring up, we've got just like an email list. So if anyone writes to the info@diydetail.com, that comes to myself directly. So I'll go through there, I'll look through there, and then we've got I call it a chat section. It's kind of like if you were to send a text message, so to speak. So it pops up over there. So I'll go through those first thing, and basically whether it's having order troubles, I've seen that, or sorry, I'm looking. We've all seen that. So UPS issues, but yeah, just about anything to just general questions. You can think of it, whether it's on the DIY or just in general. I get questions and answer them, and as calls come in, I just answer that. So people like to call in, which is pretty cool. And pretty cool. I have also spoken to SOC, which was pretty cool. And as well, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. I'm sorry. I will say that this internet is really going like in and out. And so I probably, oh guys, again, sorry. I know this is probably really difficult. Again, he's just using his hotspot from his phone. So his, connection is pretty awful. So I apologize for that. He has a lot to say, and I'm so interested to get to know him a little better. So I really hope that he's able to come back in and we're able to have a chat. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe, Greg, you might be right. The fact that he's in the basement, that maybe if I ask him to maybe move up in the house. I'm not sure. I'm so bummed though, because I have some great questions for him and I really want to get to know him. So thank you guys for kind of sticking with me, through these technical difficulties, because again, it's the internet. What can you do? There you are.
Every time. Yeah, no, this is it's getting to me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It is not your fault at all. You're using a hotspot. We understand it's the internet. I have such a love-hate relationship with technology, because of things like this, but it is not your fault. So thank you for sticking it out. At least you're coming back,
Yes.
But so let's kind of again just talk a little more about the customer service. What are the main questions and concerns that you see on kind of a day-to-day basis? What are people concerned about? What are they asking you? What is most common in terms of what you're answering?
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, the most common questions that I'll get throughout the day. Lately, I know it's been over the years getting things in stock, like out of stock items is a big one. Right now, everyone's looking forward to the Perfectly Safe brush. I am waiting word for those here, so I believe they should be coming here soon. So we'll let you know about those. That's a big one. I had a couple people ask what was in the green bottle the last podcast.
Oh, it's been a good big question.
I asked Ivan, and he said you'll find out when everyone else finds out. So I told him, hey, whatever works there. So I don't have answers for you there. I'm sorry.
Oh, darn it. I was hoping we'd figure out what the green stuff was. I'll tell you, we have a chat group, a shout out to the Boom Boom Room. And we have kind of been trying to contemplate, what could it be, thinking of what's missing in the line, but I don't think that we've come up with any kind of real conclusion. So that perfectly safe brush, do you have one?
I don't believe just yet. No.
Okay.
As we get some more of them coming in here, I'll buy one. So I'm working on that, and then the new uh, the new coatings that just came out. I'm curious to see how they do. So
Yeah. I know what people all over the internet. I think Bruce is in here. If he's still in here, shout out to Bruce, because I think he was the first one to get like a firsthand look at that perfectly safe brush on his brand new car. I think he
oh
was probably having a mini heart attack. Did you see the video that was done? Yeah.
yeah,
Bruce might have issues now, with this heart after that video. There he is. Hey, hey, hey. I'm just kidding, Bruce. But you know, I was skeptical. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest. I was skeptical at first, but after using it, I think Becca's in the chat. She used it as well. In fact, we were on the phone with each other while we were using it. And, I have to tell you, I I enjoyed it. And I do think it's perfectly safe. So I have a video coming out soon where hopefully I can prove that to people. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a pleasant experience, and that thing is soft. If you guys think the green flag tip brush is soft, this is even softer. It's pretty insane.
yeah.
So
The green brush is very soft, so I'm looking forward to the perfectly safe brush. And I guess skepticism for the most part, I'm not into so much. For the reason being, I've been watching Ivan long enough. I remember when he took the green brush to Pan's BMW, and I remember Pan's face, and I'm like, oh god. But that did already. Yeah, I've gotten to where now. 9 point. Honestly, at this point, it's 10 out of 10 times. Ivan's right. I'm just gonna try it, and usually it works out. So
yeah, yeah. I totally agree with that. And I think I mentioned that in my last video. Like, you guys, if Ivan says it works, I mean, I'm going to kind of just go with it, because most of the time, I mean, he's spitting facts. He knows what he's talking about. He knows his stuff. So I definitely trust him. And I think most people do too. Definitely.
for
So
sure.
what about, I mean, there are so many products, I think, that I don't want to say are similar, but there's lots of coatings. You have the DIY, you have their quick beads, you have the ceramic gloss. How do you help customers kind of find what works for them? I mean, I know you have the DIY detail line,
Mhm.
and you've obviously probably have had to learn about each of these products and what they do and what they don't do.
Yeah.
But how do you help customers kind of find exactly what they need? Do you kind of, give them a rundown of products, or how do you gear customers to where they need to be if they're unsure?
Yes. Excellent question. Yeah. There are all over the industry. There's a ton of products out there. So the first thing I'll usually do is kind of ask how what they like, what vehicles they have, what their goals are, and then their setup. So someone, let's say, who doesn't have a pressure washer, then more than likely quick beads, it will still work. But if you don't have, like free flowing water or something like that, 9 out of 10 times, ceramic gloss is going to work better. So
Yeah.
it's listening that way. When it comes to coatings, like our line, it just kind of depends what you want more out of them, because they all start with the same building blocks. Um, but if someone's like, I want a really glossy coating, the first thing I'll recommend is we've got the 5 year coating that's super glossy. Or you want to like boost it even higher, you can stack the 5 and the 3 year, which is pretty darn glossy. I'd say that's our glossiest of the DIY line. And the only thing I've seen glossier right now is C6 Diamond Gloss, not in
Mm,
person, but after Ivan applied it. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of trying to active listen, find out what they have, and then after about a year and a half now, it's all burned into my brain. So,
Yeah, I can
just
imagine.
kinda
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
And if anybody is in the chat has any questions about any DIY products or their
Yeah.
uses, this would be probably a great time to drop them in the comments and ask, because we have someone here who also really knows this stuff, which is really exciting. So I know that you are super active, like you were mentioning earlier, in like the DIY detail Facebook groups, as well as other groups.
Yeah.
Um, so is that something that you do on your own? Is that something that DIY has asked you to do? Or do you just stay engaged because you want to? Because you are pretty active and you're dropping knowledge.
I try to be. For the most part, there are times throughout the day I'll go into our social media and I'll help answer questions that way. Like after some of the big drops we had, like the third birthday chat. I think I went through Instagram to answer those. Ivan, he does YouTube comments. Um, him and Nick, they also go through Facebook, TikTok, and things. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll usually ask me now and again to jump in. But yeah, no, otherwise, Facebook, that's something I try to scroll through. And yeah, if I see a question on there, I'll do my best to answer it.
So have you ever seen, this is something I've kind of been thinking about lately, even with like the Thor Facebook page, but have you ever seen like a Facebook group or post like directly influence a product or the development of a product or the change of a product? Do the Facebook groups have, any pull on what's going on behind the scenes? I mean, are people really listening, I guess is my question.
To say the least, yes. Or, sorry, at the very least, yes. Definitely. I know, same thing I used to watch when Pan's channel was up and coming. Turtle Wax is a good example. We would see Pan use a product. He'd say, drop your comments in the comment section. And then Turtle Wax comes out with a different version of it that's improved. So, definitely, that's something that we have meetings on, like huddles, so to speak. So the team, we try to do it on a daily basis, but it's going through figuring out, what can be changed, innovation and things. And a good part of that comes from, uh, well, the people, the group. So whether
Yeah.
it's YouTube, Facebook, you name it. If anyone's having any troubles, that's a big one. And yeah, a lot of them are different suggestions and things. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, it has a lot of pull for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I felt like it would. I mean, that's literally where the masses are gathering, to speak about personal experiences. But because it is the masses, when you have so many people, kind of chiming in, I just always wonder, what kind of effect does that really have on, production or the change. Now, Sam, we do have a couple questions, so I'm going to go ahead and ask them so that I don't forget them. So here is well, we'll start with Mike's. He says, Sam, what is your guess for the green liquid? Do you have
Ooh, yes, I did honestly. I'm still gonna try to get it out of Ivan, so don't worry about that. But honestly, I thought originally that it may have been a rinseless with some kind of added protection, maybe
Oh,
like a ceramic or a graphene rinseless. That's the first thing that I thought of,
okay.
that I was thinking there. So there was that, or honestly, I had a weird idea that maybe it was like an iron remover that had no scent to it or something like that.
Oh,
But he hasn't said anything about them. But Ivan he's up to something all the time. So
Yeah, you
yeah.
probably see those wheels spinning, right, in his
Oh,
head.
100%. Yeah. No,
Perpetual.
yeah, I thought it was a rinseless, like a ceramic rinseless or something here, but
No,
he's
that's
not
interesting.
confirming nor denying for me right now.
Yeah, he's just keeping you guessing, huh?
Yes.
That's funny. We have Andrew here that says, what extra products would you recommend for a home garage setup, as in convenience items to make my detailing process more efficient?
Yes. This is going to depend what your setup looks like. Right now, I'm 100% rinseless, so I would say rinseless is the best way to go first. And the main reason I say that, not just because it's a great product, it also smells great. I love the green apple scent. That's my
Yeah,
favorite
me too.
scent.
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
so we've got that, but it's versatile. So you have it as, of course, your wash. You can pre-spray with it. It does my glass cleaning. Um, the only other glass cleaner I've used recently was the Detail Co, the spray one.
Mm,
Um, and I told Eddie as a joke that I socked it because I used way too much. I wasn't paying attention, and yet that glass was squeaky clean. So, yeah, that's my glass cleaner, my interior cleaner. Um, I use it after decontamination, after polish removal. So, yeah, you name it, it does it. That's the
yeah.
first thing I would say. Is the rinseless. The wash media, depending on what you like. I like the sponge. That's something I've been using for a while now. So the sponge is cool. But that new wash mitt that Ivan came out with has my interest too. But I haven't
Oh,
used one of those in a long time. But yeah, like a wash media, something like that. If you're doing just basic wash and dry, just another drying towel. Some of those are great. The drying blanket, one of my favorite.
yeah.
Um, I know the House of Rags has some great ones, and then they're all over the place. So find one that you like. But the Diva's been really good. I tried that one. Um, that one's been really good too. So
Yeah.
uh, there's those. If you want to upcharge, so to speak, or just add something a little, I would say something like ceramic gloss or quick beads.
Mm,
Quick beads I like for tires, hard to reach areas, or I kind of cheat. If I use it, I like on the paint, I use it like ceramic gloss. So I don't know whether that's necessary or not, but sometimes it works. So I would say those would be the basics, and then a a brush. I'm I'm for the green brush myself. So, and
yeah.
hopefully soon the perfectly safe brush. But yeah, that one I find you have bug guts, wheels and tires, you name it, it works on it. So don't knock it until you try it for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I like that. Yeah, definitely. I will say, and sorry, Ivan, I'm going to apologize now. I love all of the brushes. The only one that I am not in love with is the tire brush, the white, the one that looks like corn on the cob, the real skinny. I can't think of what it's called,
oh
but
yeah,
it's their the
like the
wire brush,
wheel. Yeah.
the wheel brush. I just, I'm not in love with it. Um, that's the only one. I prefer something, I don't know, a little more dense, maybe. I don't know. There's just something about it. It's good. The barrel brush. Yeah, thank you, David. I couldn't think of that. Um,
I thought about that originally, and then when I used it, I like it myself. One of the biggest things I have is I have one where the bristles, like you said, they're larger, so to speak. And when I
yeah,
use that, sometimes it's harder for me to get into spaces where you have like the calipers and things.
yeah,
But also it swings when you go to remove the brush. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
find I don't have that too much. But yeah,
That
for
is
me, it's been pretty good. But yeah, there's tons out there. Whatever you have will work for sure.
that is true. So let's go ahead because you mentioned quick beads. That actually happens to be my product of the week. So let's take a moment and watch this commercial. Let me first, before I do that though, hide my current comment. I always forget to do that. Here we go.
Everything you've ever wanted to know about QuickBeat.
Like this. Yeah, I'll do one more. Yeah, maybe that's too much.
And when we say rinsing from bottom up, literally mean rinsing from bottom up.
I'm gonna hit the barrel first. Then we're gonna wait about 30 seconds.
This week's product of the week is DIY Detail's Quick Beads. This is the perfect solution for achieving a durable and high-performing car bead effect. Infused with advanced graphing technology, this easy-to-apply paint protection product delivers industry-leading durability and longevity in a DIY coating, making it the perfect product for daily drivers as it protects your vehicle from road debris, dust, and other contaminants. Keep your vehicle safe from water spotting, etching, and scratching when washing your car. If you haven't gotten yours today, get yours now at thehouseofrags.com. Chris 10 will save you some change. Okay, I do love Quick Beads. That is one of my favorite products from DIY. Ceramic gloss too, but Quick Beads, I mean, they're both easy products, but Quick Beads has always been a hit for me. Again, just the ease of use is so amazing. So we did have a couple more questions. Let's go ahead and get to those. Adamo asks, does interior clean and protect have any restorative properties?
I don't believe so, no. I know when you go ahead to use it, it'll give you some UV protection, which is a big part. It'll give you some like cleaning there, but from what I've been told, I don't believe it will restore, no. So if you have like leather, or nowadays I think leather's like coated vinyl or something like that. If you have like really cracked leather and things, that I don't believe it's gonna fix. So once it goes on, it dries and it's got like that matte look to it. So no, that won't restore now.
Okay. George is asking, serious question for Sam. What's the biggest challenge with fulfilling orders on time? The warehouse, UPS, or what? Thanks for your help with my first order, by the way. And again, I think I can speak for everybody when I just say thanks for your help, period, because you are so helpful. But what is it? What would you say is the biggest challenge with the ordering? I know this is a conversation that has come up plenty of time. What's your take on it?
Yeah. No, definitely. I think the challenge, I can't put one specific area. For me, it's a whole process, and that's something that I'm still trying to learn. For me, like recently, I kind of learned more about the warehouse's process. So for me, it's trying to get a look at the bigger picture. But yeah, especially like let's say during like a giant sale. Those will like flood the warehouse. So I know that overwhelms them a good bit. And then, yeah, from there, it's getting things together. Sometimes it is UPS. And that's another thing. I've seen delays for weather, which is a big one. I've seen delays for damage replacement, which I hate those, but they do happen. They're not as frequent, which is good, but I do see those. So, and then just general delays with shipping. So I would say it's all over the place. It is something that I know we're still trying to fix, thankfully, and biggest thing is we're always looking to improve. So. Yeah, I would say it's multiple things. It's from the beginning all the way to the end. Everything's gotta work almost perfectly, and there are times when that's not so. But we do the best we can for sure.
Yeah, and and I don't think for some reason I feel like DIY or Thor got real bashed over it for a while, and it's literally not just. I mean, I think it happens everywhere, especially with FedEx. I think FedEx is even worse than UPS. That's my opinion. I've not really had issues with UPS. FedEx, not so much. Actually, the post office is the worst for me. I don't know about anybody else, but USPS, the actual post office, I think that is the worst ever.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me. I think we had one more question.
Sure.
Actually, two more questions. David wants to know, have you ever had Ivan's bus cheese?
Oh no. The legendary bus cheese.
Right?
I will never forget that video of Seema, of Jamie first trying it, and
Yeah.
his eyes lit up like a child getting the Christmas present that they
Right?
wanted. He had this glow, and then one day hopefully, yeah, but yeah, not yet, but yeah, that's a bucket list goal. That really is, yes.
Yeah, and I think it is for lots of people. I definitely, it's a goal of mine. That bus cheese, as Eddie says, it definitely slaps. He did. Look at Mike says he made his own. I think Ivan at one point, and it might have been, I don't know, it was on one of the videos, but he talked about the kind of cheese it was. I know Humberto knows. Humberto, if you're in here, there's Dominican. See, look at
I was gonna say,
the
yeah,
minute
go.
I said that. Dominican cheese, that's what it is. It's a specific cheese. I mean, who doesn't like fried cheese, right?
Yeah, no, definitely, that's a match made in heaven for
It
sure.
is, right? Oh, so good. Okay, Exodus says, thank you guys for the questions, by the way. This is great. Exodus asks, is it okay to add a dressing on top of an interior ceramic treated interior? That's a good question.
Yeah, you certainly can if you want. Myself, I will. How would I? I know you can first you clean it, but I've actually got the interior ceramic on my car. I use clean and protect usually on top of it, so it boosts the protection a little bit. But yeah, I think you can add a dressing on it if you want to. It's breathable. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it's a breathable coating, so it's not going to harm anything there. And yeah, I would say it shouldn't be an issue. No, just depending on how much shine you get, I would say if you're using it on something like your dash, be careful. I did that once with a product, and the sun got me pretty good. So, but
Mhm.
that's different. Yeah, but yeah, you can use a dressing, no problem at all.
Okay, cool. We do, let's do a giveaway. Eddie would like to give away a gallon of Loki. So that's amazing. Let's go ahead and do that now. And then I have another giveaway, and then we actually have something special that we are going to wait to do closer to the end. So we've been on about 30, I think you said 37 minutes. So stick with us, you guys. Again, we have something special at the end of this. So let's do for a gallon of Loki. I have a question. Okay. What was Sam's job before becoming the customer service rep for DIY Detail? This is for a gallon of Loki. What was Sam's job before becoming a service rep? Ooh, okay. So Westcat, let's see, David, pharmacy tech. Oh, it was David, pharmacy tech with, I don't know
Yeah.
about no schooling, but pharmacy tech.
All right. Yeah. That's pretty
Okay.
close. He's the
Yeah.
first one. So yeah.
There we go. So congratulations to David. David, if you want to email me at kaylintorres82@gmail.com, and we will get that. And David, let me write it down right now so I don't forget. We will get that gallon of Loki to you as soon as possible. Perfect. So congratulations. All right. I think so far I've answered all of the questions. Exodus says legal drug dealer. Well, he's not wrong, right?
No, although I will say I know there's good and bad neighborhoods everywhere.
Yeah.
Here in Cleveland, I've worked at a couple different locations where they have like, brought out like guns and stuff. So that's
What?
I
Wait,
get that a little bit.
you've worked at locations where they've brought out guns?
Knives, guns, yeah. So that's no fun. But yeah, and then biggest
Wow.
thing I can tell them is the medicines that they're looking for. Um, 9 times out of 10 are like heavy pain medicines. Those are in a time delay safe, so I'm like, you're screwed. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's scary. I mean, I guess it makes sense that people would, want to hold up a pharmacy. That I mean, that makes sense to me, but I mean, to actually have been there when that happens, that's scary.
Yeah. Um,
How many years were you a pharmacy tech?
ooh. Oh, geez. I would say at least probably around 10 or so. So about a good decade there. Yeah.
About a decade. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Frankie says, just put the Sudafed in the bag.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really funny. More questions. Let's continue asking questions. Can the Detail Co low pH? Oh, okay. This is a Detail Co question. Wash, replace the DIY water spot remover step in the prep process.
I'm curious to know that. Okay, it looks like Eddie
He
responded.
just answered. So let's see. It will be so water spot remover will be more aggressive. Okay. It's not a it's not a dedicated water spot remover, but I mean that makes sense. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was a DIY question, but still a really good question. Oh, look at Mike G's in the house saying hello.
Ooh, yes, the best hair on YouTube.
Yes. Hello, Mike G. I think I saw one more question. Let me see. Dom was asking, what is your favorite DIY scent? Is it the apple?
Yeah, I would say number one's going to be the green apple. A close number two is the interior clean and protect. I don't know what scent that is, but it's really good. So, but yeah, that green apple, it's just
the
not.
green apple's good.
Sorry.
I really enjoy the waterless wash. I think is it blueberry?
Yeah.
I think it's
Yes,
blueberry.
blueberry.
Man, just like the rinseless, when you use the waterless, it lingers and I love it. It makes my garage smell so, so good. I absolutely love it. Flint's in the house saying mint. I'm not sure. I just tried luminous mint and I did not like that smell. Not at all.
Interesting. I guess I can see a mint, like an after hint of it. To me, it's just kind of like a fresher scent, though. It's not like a peppermint or a spearmint.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, the one that is the luminous mint pH neutral soap smells like double mint gum.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason, it just I don't know. It's just not a good smell to me. I don't know. That, in my opinion, right? So let's talk about a little more about DIY details. So what are some of the most misunderstood products, or some products where you get questions about where people just really don't understand the use of the product? Is there anything that DIY carries that people literally just don't get and that you have to explain often?
Not so much there. One of the big ones, though, is rinseless versus waterless. Something that has been around a long time. Yeah, I mean, you have a similarity there to an extent, but yeah, waterless is, you don't want to stretch it too far. You can run into some troubles there. That's a big one. Another big one sometimes is dilutions, which is good. Those those are some of my favorite questions sometimes, because they'll give me like a weird bottle size, and I'm like, okay, and then that's yeah, those are a big one. I've gotten a lot of quick beads versus ceramic gloss. And then I would say probably the most asked of those is the difference between like the coatings, so like the DIY, and then how that kind of relates into C6. So I think that's the biggest one, is making that distinction, what has what, and then ultimately what to choose. So yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest one that I get is on the coatings. But otherwise, our line is pretty simple, which I thank Ivan for it greatly because it's a lot to remember. Um, it's really simple. Everything really plays together well, which I like, and knowing Ivan for that long, I'm not surprised. So it's a good thing. Yeah, it's simple, it's effective, and it's meant to make detailing fun and efficient. So it's yeah, it's a pretty good line.
Yeah. Um, Eddie had chimed in here asking, didn't they change the set for double tap? And I just wanted to make a comment about that because, um, yes, they did. It's grape now. I don't know if anybody from Lithium. So it's Lithium's product. They had the best smelling soap, the double tap. It was eucalyptus. And it was like a spa day when you used that soap. And they changed it to grape. Like,
Huh.
and I'm not saying grape is the worst scent, but how do you go from a spa like eucalyptus? There must have been like a raw material or something that they
Yeah.
were using that they couldn't get anymore. But yeah, I remember somebody had posted it like, what the heck, expecting to get the soap that they remembered. And they're like, it's purple and it smells like grape. Like nobody even warned us that, some, if you don't know and you order that product, and that's a big disappointment. If you weren't aware of the change, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm sad about that. Eucalyptus, I think, is literally such a good scent. So
Yeah, it's a
I don't know.
relaxer
Yeah,
too.
Frankie says it's expensive. It probably is. So, but
Yeah,
grape, I don't know. Are you a grape fan? I'm not a big grape. I don't
I
know.
am to
Okay.
an extent. When if you get like a good grape scent, it's really good. When you get towards the medicine cabinet, yeah, it's that balance.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. So if somebody is, asking you, they're new to detailing and they're telling you, okay, what are the top 3 products or what are your 3 favorite products from DIY or where do I start if I can only afford to buy a few products? What are you telling them to start with?
Okay. Number one, nobody would guess, of course, but rinseless wash, of course. But
I knew that
yeah,
was coming.
um, I would say that's the big one. I would say then from there, like the drying point, get like a good drying towel to have, and then um, I call it the PSD towel, but like the towel that's really
Yeah,
long.
the
Um,
clay towel.
the clay towel, yes, I would say those are the big three for sure.
Yeah. I do enjoy the clay towel, and I did just get to try the new quad towel,
Oh
with
yes,
the floor, and it doesn't seem like it would be such a big difference, but it's much more efficient. It really is.
percent,
So I
yeah.
enjoyed it. Now so I don't know much about any of like the C6 products. What makes C6 so different from the DIY 3 and 8 year? What no, 3, 5 and 8? Is it just the makeup of it? I mean, if you were gonna suggest a coating, would you ever suggest the C6 coating?
Yes, the way Ivan explained it to me, and the way I've kind of been doing my own research about it too. They all start with the same basis. So SiO2, that's in almost everything now. So you're going to get your hydrophobics, your gloss and things, silicon carbide, which is also super glossy. Um, I haven't seen one of those in a while, but those are super glossy. We use silicon nitride. That's where Ivan gives like the desert floor analogy. So the coating, it flexes or it fractures over time. And then polysilazine, which is another big one. I think Ethos was a polysilazine. Great coatings though. But yeah, those are very resistant. So that kind of blend that brings it all together is where we started with the original coatings. And then Ivan tweaks them a little bit, like the 3 year, he adds in the graphene oxide. The 5 year, um, he does something in there to boost the gloss. And then the 8 year, that one is just, it's a durability monster. So there's that. And then I believe he said as well, if you're getting into things like marine coatings, the 8 year works really well on gel coat too. Something
Okay.
in the regions, but it seems to do everything. So
Okay.
Those are three pretty darn good coatings. And then what he did was, I don't remember how he explained it, but he basically takes nano diamonds, refines them, and when you add that into the mix here, it just kind of boosts it to another level. So you're getting performance is enhanced. That's where if someone's like, I have an everyday driver, I want the best hydrophobic coating that you have. That's where I'll recommend C6 Hydrolite over them, which is that's the next tier. So yeah, I would say that's gonna basically take it and amplify it. So C6 Hydrolite is our most hydrophobic coating there. And durability, I'd say pretty spot on to the 8 year. I think I've heard Ivan say 6 to 8 years, but for the most part with any of them, as long as you're keeping it clean when you can, and then decontaminate when you need to, you'd probably get a lot more than the plume. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the biggest one. And then you go into the pro line. So
Okay. George is asking, has anybody or have you heard many complaints about Hydrolite's durability?
thankfully, no. Everyone I've heard of has really liked it, which is, of course, good. Um, I think the only couple that I've heard of, it wasn't so much the coating. Like sometimes during the prep process, if you miss something that can affect it, or let's say you have I think I saw there may have been one customer who I think the batch of coating just wasn't up to par. So we sent him a replacement, but I would say it's very few. So yeah, otherwise it's been pretty good, thankfully.
Yeah. Frankie wants to know, how hard is it to become a pro installer?
Oh, excellent question. Yes.
Yeah, that is a good question.
For that, from what I've been told, honestly, I think it's pretty simple. The biggest thing that I'll do from there is I'll send them a link to the C6 Ceramics website. And the reason being is that's where you can put in your information and things. It'll go through a little bit more about it, and then it goes to John, who's our director. I work with him throughout the day too. He's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, that'll go through that. He'll go through. He calls. He's pretty prompt about it, but he'll call, go over everything with you. And honestly, it's pretty simple. So, and that way, if you have any questions or concerns, he goes through that. And that's something I would say that I think kind of sets C6 apart a little bit. Is yes, you're buying the coatings and things, but you're also getting John and Ivan and everyone. So it doesn't just stop once you become an installer.
Okay. I think one of the products that I think I'm most confused about, and it's probably obviously just because I'm not educated in that, but I don't quite understand C6 Mist. Can you explain that product and its uses, or
Yeah,
what it's intended for? For some reason, I'm just most confused about that one.
yeah, no, definitely. That one got me at first too. But honestly, since I've tried it, I've just stopped questioning it. For me, it's been really good. So, but from what Ivan had said, it was designed originally for the C6 coatings. And with those, because, for example, C6 Hydro or Hydrolite, they're pretty comparable in the hydrophobic effects there. If you put on something like, let's say, quick beads or ceramic gloss, you have the potential to mask the hydrophobic part of the coating there.
Okay.
So you can diminish it because it's so high. And that, I think, is where he said C6 Mist came in, where for the most part, it's going to add a touch of gloss, but it's not going to mask the coating, which was the biggest thing. And then it's there pretty much as a drying aid specifically.
Okay.
So I'd say durability, maybe a couple weeks, if that, to get you in between when you wash the car and whatnot. But yeah, it's almost specifically a drying aid.
So
And
just
then
no protection, straight.
very little, yeah. Very little, yeah. It's going to be a drying lubricant. It'll add a touch of gloss, but yeah, it's not going to mask your coating, which was the most important thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes more sense now. Becca would like to know, off topic here, which is perfectly okay. Do you have any other hobbies besides detailing?
Oh, yes. One of them that I've for a long time now. I like to collect comic books.
Ah,
So those like anything superhero related. So like Marvel is a big one, DC and things. And actually, someone put in there Loki. I think Eddie did. I need to watch the new season of Loki. So that's a
yeah.
little note for myself. But yeah, that's a big one. And yeah, I'd say that and just tinkering with things, detailing and whatnot. Uh, Basically, it's just been tinkering around with the car. So
Yeah.
there's that. And spending time with family more so than anything else.
Yeah, definitely. And if you guys don't know, Sam just moved. In fact, right last night was your first night in your new home, which is exciting to be, in a new place. So now you get to fill it up. So I know you have a garage, and
Yes,
it's now a two-car garage that you
yes.
get to fill. Do you do, any detailing in terms of, like, do you have customers? Do you maintain vehicles for anybody, or do you just kind of play around with cars as they come?
For the most part, it's just tinkering them with them as they come. Either that or I'll try and commandeer someone in my family's vehicle sometimes to do that. So yeah, I'd say a little bit of everything. I'm not like a professional in that sense here. Maybe down the road, but yeah, for the most part now it's just getting it, tinkering with it, and yeah, it's fun as well. It's kind of like a way to escape from things, so it's pretty
Yeah.
fun to do.
Yes, I think so many of us view our garages that way, right? As that escape, like your safe space. Absolutely. Um, Mike is asking, did you see Fantastic Four? I love you.
Not yet.
Season 2 is great.
Um, I need to go see that. But yeah, that's gonna be really good. I'm hoping here you get into the whole Galactus and Silver Surfer thing, which is great. But then I'm waiting for them to tie in that to the Thunderbolts and everything. So I'll be here for days talking about that. But yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
But soon, very soon.
Now my kids, love Marvel. I think we've watched every movie, as soon as they come out, we watch it. Now I will say the Fantastic Four when my kids were younger, because this is the new one that they're talking about, right? I think
Yeah.
so there was the older Fantastic Four, and that used to be my kids' favorite movie. They loved watching that. And I'm so bummed that it's not the same characters.
Yes.
They're different characters. So it's like I don't even want to watch it because I really loved the previous characters. So maybe that's just me. I hate when they change characters. Like the new Captain America just wasn't the same. I
No.
don't know. I don't know why they do that.
But you also have to play into the Marvel plotline thing. Like Sam Wilson eventually became Captain America, so it's I
I'm
don't
sure I don't know
know.
enough about any of it. So
Uh, yeah, I don't know why Marvel's doing it the way that they're doing, but they are.
yeah.
I'm excited for Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. I want to see that. So
Yeah. Oh,
we'll
look
see.
who's in the house. Nick.
Okay, yeah, the Hawk
Up,
himself.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hawk Pro is in the house. So we've been on for almost an hour, and I want to do another giveaway. I've been having so much fun talking to you, Sam. I really appreciate again you coming on. So let's do another giveaway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away a from the House of Rags. They call it the DIY Detail Mix and Match. So you are able to buy 4 products. Now, I will tell you that I'm not going to include any coatings in that because I'm a single mom of 4, not made of money. Sorry, guys. So you would have to choose between the 16-ounce bottles. They have their pads, the Legacy sponge, their applicator. I do believe that the clay towel right now is out of stock on the House of Rags. So that might be excluded. But again, any 16-ounce bottle, any of the pads, any of the Legacy sponge, the applicator, you get to pick what products you would like. Again, that's the DIY detail mix and match for products. So the question that I'm going to ask for that is, let's see. Sam talked about when he was in school, and I hope I get this right asking this question, but he was talking about the area of study that he took classes for in school. What was the area of study? This is a harder question that he said he was a part of. He named a specific area of study. See if anybody was listening. Not pharmacy. So this is when he was in college.
Previous to pharmacy, yeah.
Yep. So it was before that. It wasn't medicine. Oh, this might be too difficult. It wasn't. Nope, not pharmaceutical. It had nothing to do with pharmacy. Pharmaceutical. It wasn't political science. They're gonna just start dropping all kinds of.
I could never do politics, no.
Look at Chingy says interior design. No. Oh goodness.
No, I'm colorblind. Whatever you want, it's going to be black and white for your interior, and that's what you're getting. I'm sorry.
Yes, we have Sam is colorblind, just like I believe Humberto is too, which is crazy. Oh my goodness, I thought this was the perfect question. I might have basket weaving. Computer science, no. Pimpin' 101. These are great answers. Not statistics. Oh goodness. Okay. So let's see. Am I gonna have to switch it up here? Okay. Keith. No. All right. I will.
Oh no, actually, is it pronounced Kayla? Kyla? Looks like she got it.
Oh, look at. There you go. Thank you. Look at that.
Probably spelled that wrong. Yeah.
Theoretical physics. That was a tough one. Kayla, I'm guessing you are correct. So Kayla, if you will email me at the House of, I'm sorry, not at the House of Rags, at Kaylin Torres 82, it's up on the screen. And we will figure out what 4 products that you would like. And congratulations, man, that was a harder question.
Yeah, it was.
Theoretical physics though, absolutely. I think I've answered all questions, you guys. If I missed a question, please let me know. I think I've gotten to all of them. One other question I wanted to ask before we ended this, I do want to respect Sam's time. He is Eastern time, so he's 3 hours difference here. But where, DIY detail again is growing, as I said before, exponentially. There's always something up Ivan's sleeve, as you have mentioned, and I totally agree with that. So where do you see DIY detail going next? Is there things that we can be excited about on the horizon? I know you probably can't speak of specifics, but where do you see DIY detail taking us in the near future?
Yes, part of that I'm not entirely sure. That's just because I have no idea what Ivan is thinking of at one specific time. But yeah, he's always coming up with something. One big thing I know that everyone's been asking about is the pad washer system.
Yeah, what is going on with that? Because I know there was issues, right? That was getting sued, right?
We're having some kind of like legal limbo that's going on. So that one I know he's pushing for. So I'm hoping that it's here soon. That's a big one. I believe he said they're trying for how would I say it? Like a second part of Incredible Suds. I know that he said was possibly in the works. I'm still trying to figure out more about that. I think it's just where it won't be so viscous. So that's going to be a big one. The green liquid, which
Yeah.
Ivan, I am sorry, sir. I don't know how to help you there, but I will keep trying. I promise you that. Let's see here.
Oh,
What else is
I think
there?
Ivan just entered the chat. Ivan driving now. I think that might be Sylvie. Hello,
Okay,
hello. They're in the chat. Hello.
I
I know
believe
there's
he
V2s
left on.
coming out, right? Of some
Oh yeah,
things.
definitely. The second part to that of the Incredible Suds, then that must be it there. Yeah, the green liquid. Oh yeah, Adamo put in there also. Adamo, he's a great guy. One of my favorite quotes
Yeah,
was when we had him on with Eddie then too, and Eddie said he got sniped from 500 miles away. I lost it. That was hilarious. Yes, definitely. I think he calls it the LaCroix Cruiser, like the weird rack attack knee looking
yeah,
contraption.
the knee cruiser thing. Yeah, LaCroix
Yes.
Cruiser. Yeah.
Um,
Is that
those,
coming?
hopefully, yes. Right now, he's got the design down. It's been finding a company that can produce it in the numbers that we're looking for. So
Yeah.
uh, that's the big one there. Who else? Drake, marine products. For that, I would say I know I am pretty sure John has a marine coating for C6. So yeah, I would say message John at c6ceramics.com. He'll let you know. I
Yeah.
have no idea what's in that coating, but 99% sure he's got something for that. Yes.
Yeah. And if not, Wake Eater at the House of
That's
Drag.
what I.
So
Yeah, the House of Rags, man.
yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, we do have another question here from Exodus. He says, what's the worst issue with a product that someone has contacted you about, excluding shipping inventory issues?
Oh, excellent. That is that is interesting. One of them, we had a how would I say it? Like a small batch of the legacy sponge where it was coming apart at the seam in the middle.
Oh, I did see some people talking about that. Yeah.
That was one that bugged me. But from what what I was told, I think that was our last shipment we got in from Lake Country, and yeah, just something with the glue in there. But after that, I believe everything that we've sent has been good. So that was a big one. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. It depends. The other one would be products, depending on where you live. Here, winter's terrible.
Mm,
So sometimes products freeze. I think that was another big one. If my product freezes, if it looks a little different, things like that. So, yeah, that's a big one. And then Ivan did put as well C6 Hydro Glass. We did have a batch where the cap didn't seal correctly or something
mm.
along those lines. So that was another one. But yeah, I would say the biggest one during winter time is when UPS or they deliver. If it sits out there too long, you can get into frozen product. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing, just let it come to room temperature, and then from there, just shake it and you should be good.
And
So.
it should be okay.
uh
Now, what if it freezes more than once?
That's where you can get into troubles.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what Ivan will say is try to avoid it repeatedly. But
yeah.
I'd say like a time or two, you should be fine. No worries.
And what about on the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of heat? I know that products should probably stay room temperature and not be overheated. But again,
Yeah.
People like me who live in, California, and it gets super hot in my garage, and that's where my things are, because I don't have any space for anything inside. Does a product lose, its ability to work if it gets overheated on the other end of that, or is it still fine?
I think it should be fine, honestly. For the most part, I would say they're they're probably more sensitive to freezing.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say if it's like super, super hot, which I'd say that's probably hotter than anything we've seen temperature wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, it should be good. I'd say if anything, just do your best to keep it out of the direct sunlight if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, I think you should be fine.
Yeah. And I think somebody made a comment about putting a warning label on the iron remover because it smells so bad. You know, to be
Well,
honest with you, I don't know about you, but iron remover doesn't bother me. So many people are like so bothered by iron remover, and it. Are you bothered by it? Does it?
I understand it. True story. My grandmother growing up, she had a perm really frequently. That's where the smell brings me back to.
Okay.
Uh, is that iron remover? It's not the most desirable smell.
Yeah.
I had the chance, not the smell I would pick.
And you wouldn't.
But, but
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
what I will say though, from the version 1 to the version 2, it's a lot tamer,
It's a big
thankfully.
difference.
The first one I got, and I even went to open it to put the sprayer in. I mean, it hit me hard. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I still need to try Detail Co. I've heard theirs is really good. I've got it in somewhere around here. I just need
Yeah.
to try.
Yeah. It actually, I don't want to, I mean, it's pleasant. It's not awful. It actually, it's not a bad scent at all. But again, like I said, I don't know, I'm just not bothered by it. And you're right, version 2 of of DIY's iron remover is much better. Much,
Mhm.
much better. Yeah.
Uh,
Ivan says use less iron remover and it smell yeah.
oh,
Use less for it to
100%.
smell less.
Yes.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Someone put in there Sidero from Labo Cosmetica. That's a heavy one. I think the worst I've ever smelled though. At one time it was Adam's Witch's Brew from Chemex. That one hits hard.
Oh, okay.
It works beautifully, but it hits hard. So that one,
Yeah.
yeah, that one's got some smell to it.
Yeah. I actually have that product, but it's on my shelf. I have not opened it yet. So I guess I should be wary when I do.
I would open it outside, yeah, for sure. Yes.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So we've been on a little over an hour. And again, this is great conversation. So because we're nearing the end, I kind of wanted to, save save the best for last. But I know that we talked about you just moving into a new home and you have a garage to fill. And I know
Yeah.
you said you have, the DIY detail line, and then you talked about having like some detail co and some clean by pan. Um,
Yes.
but again, we want to help you christen this new garage that you have. And so I'm going to shout out again the Boom Boom Room. There are a few people in the community who have kind of come together and given you a gift card to Thor. So I am going to, again, just kind of present that to you tonight. Everybody is on. We literally appreciate you so much for everything that you do for DIY, for everything that you are, giving to the Facebook groups and the people when we have questions. You are literally right there to answer them. You bring such knowledge. You are so respectful. And you're just a great person. And so we want to say thank you, and I will get you that gift card tonight as soon as we are done with our podcast here. So again, thank you, because you really do some amazing things for this community, and I think you can see here that everybody totally agrees and appreciates it. So
Cool.
thank you.
Thank you. Probably the understatement of the century, but thank you.
No.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum, where I see it partly, yes, I'm doing my job. That's just part of the way it is. But one of the biggest things I try to do is I try to treat everyone like they were my family. So,
Hmm.
like for example, I'm not going to curse out my mother. So I wouldn't, like you said, I wouldn't curse out anyone else, so to speak. So, but yeah, it's just that's been the biggest thing. So yeah, I'm there to help how I can.
Yeah. Well, it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. definitely, definitely does not. And as you can see, yeah, Sam for president. I totally agree.
Oh,
Sam needs a promotion. But
okay.
Ivan is right. You do your job, but you treat your customers the way that they should be treated. And I think that
Thank
sometimes, things like that, not that they don't go unnoticed, but, some people aren't always, told, given the accolades that I think they deserve. So I do want you to know that, this community does appreciate what you do for them. And I know Ivan and Nick and Sylvie are so appreciative of what you do for DIY, because again, you are constantly, again, in the Facebook groups and messages. You're getting back to emails. You're doing the things all the time. So that's pretty cool. Definitely cool. Franco's in the house. Hello, Franco.
you.
Um, and yeah, I do agree. Rich here says it's a great product line that simplifies the process in an overcomplicated business. And I do think that's one thing that I appreciate about DIY Detailing is, as you mentioned before, that it really is a simple line that does everything you need it to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think people realize that. And then Nick and Ivan just make it so easy to follow. So,
Um, Definitely. I'm hoping one day to make it out to Omaha when they're there, so we'll see. And
yeah.
probably going to end up getting phoned when I'm there, so that's fine with me. But yeah, one day hopefully. But yeah, we'll see. And then of course the bus cheese. I mean,
Yes,
that's
the best cheese.
yeah. I don't care how many phones I got to take.
So if Ivan is still on, this is on his bucket list, Ivan, that bus cheese. So we've got to get that. Yeah, Sam, I think it would be cool. And I think Becca actually mentioned it earlier in the live. Is it would be so cool. Adamo saying the same thing, to see you in the studio with Nick and Ivan. I think that would be a really cool video. So I hope that does happen. I think we'd all be here for it. Somebody's asking where you're at, and you're in Ohio.
Yep,
Right?
northeast Cleveland area. So yeah, home of well, the Cavaliers won championship. Now the Guardians. Sorry, I was going to say the Indians. And then everyone loves the Browns. So not really. It's
No, you're not a Cleveland Browns fan?
oh, I am.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
you
yes.
are.
There's always next year. Yes.
Yes, always next year. Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it. My teams aren't doing so well, or haven't been doing well either. So I totally get it. Paul is asking for a PSV launch video.
Oh, perfectly safe brush. Sorry,
Big
it took me
rush.
a sec to connect that. Yeah, no, definitely. I would say for sure. I know we had the one where Ivan introduced it, but
Hmm.
I'd be willing to bet once we get it here from, I think they come from Taiwan, but once they get here off the boat, I know he'll do something there. So for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I will have a video coming out on it soon. Again, I know there's a video using it on Bruce's car, but I'm, like you said, I'm sure as soon as it hits, you will see more and more videos. Adamo was asking when the V2s are dropping. I think we talked about it a little bit, but do you have a timeline of when that'll be?
I wish I did. I know
Ivan,
the
chime in
oh well, yeah,
if
but
he's here still.
I know we're waiting on the new formula for the 3-year graphene coating. I think he said that may have been about a month away. That's being fulfilled, so that's good. The we've got some of the new towels on the website. Some of the other ones, they should be here soon. I know they're on the way there. So incredible suds, phase 2. No idea, but I'm hoping it's soon.
Yeah.
And then whatever's in the green bottle here,
Yeah.
and if
What is
you're
what is
paying
it, Ivan?
attention, I need to know. So
Yeah.
I have no idea, but
Ivan, we've been trying to figure it out this whole live. I'm telling you, that's been the the elephant in the room. Definitely. Somebody saying, or Slick says blinker fluid. That's funny. Ivan, if you caught it, he said that there is a video coming soon on the perfectly safe brush. Um,
excellent.
Yeah, and I absolutely agree that it's perfectly safe. Now, really quickly for the Incredible Suds V2, do you know if there's anything changing aside from the viscosity? So will the cleaning power and everything remain the same, or is it a literal like complete revamp of
That I'm
Incredible
not
Suds?
sure of. From what I'm guessing, from a rinseless version 1 to like the second part of rinseless, I'm thinking he'll probably make some kind of like surfactant change. Either that or it may boost the cleaning or something. I'm not sure, but knowing Ivan, he's going to put something in there that boosts a little bit. So
Yeah, yeah. Mike is saying ceramic soap, green ceramic soap. I'm not sure.
oh,
Somebody else said wheel and tire cleaner, which I don't know. Ivan is so set on all clean,
yeah.
being great for wheels and tires. So I'm not sure. Oh, look at, he just says Incredible Suds all new.
Ooh,
So that's
okay.
exciting.
Color
That's
me
exciting.
intrigued. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So all new. Yeah, V2s are always fun. Now, so another question I have, will the labels change? How will you know if it is a V2 product as opposed to V1? Do you know?
Yes. With for example, the towels right off the bat, those are now powered by the House of Rags. So I don't have it here with me. I do, but it's somewhere around here. Like the new drying blanket, I do have, and it comes in the new bag and things. So those are going to be easier. Um, yeah, the labels they
Like
may
for
change. I'm
vehicles?
not sure there.
Okay.
Rinseless, it was easy. Like it was more like an opaque yellow.
Yeah, the color changed a little. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
could very well be. And then I believe online the SKU number or like the description's different. So
Oh,
now
okay.
it's like rinseless V2, but
Oh,
once
okay. Okay.
I will let you know there 100%.
Okay. Yeah, people are talking about the new packaging, and I totally agree. Absolutely fire. That new packaging is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like I want some of the new towels just because I want that package. No, but
Yeah,
that was a good move. Those packages are absolutely awesome.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, love it. Um, somebody is asking here, what's the best detail supply store in the valley? Oof.
I believe I believe it's called Vital Detail Supply. Actually, I can grab the link while we're up here too. Um, they're in, I'm not familiar, Alhambra. Is that closer to the LA region?
Mm,
Up
LA,
north.
yes, that is closer to LA. Yeah,
I would say that's one of the big ones here that
yeah,
I know of. That's specifically in California there. But
yeah.
yeah, on our page, it's under the distributors list. So yeah,
Vital is
fairly,
in SoCal. Oh, okay, I thought it was more LA, so
okay, yeah,
SoCal. Okay. And
okay.
then of course there's H2O. Now, if you're asking the valley, like where I live in the valley, um, we don't have much around here. We do have one in the town that I'm in that's, a smaller one called Gloss Garage that carries some, really cool stuff. In fact, I just walked in there the other day and they now have bio bombs, which is kind of cool. It's cool when you start singing, those types of things. There's also one called Mirror, I think it's called Mirror Image, which is a really good detail supply company. And then of course you have like the chemical guys, the Detail Garage is around here too. If that's your thing. They have cool buckets.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's what I have. I got them at Ollie's. They were on sale, but they are pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about the buckets?
Yeah,
Or
the
what?
bucket.
Yeah,
Sorry. No, the
yeah,
bucket.
yeah, definitely. Um, Definitely not a ton of detailing shops with as many detailers as there are around here. So I'm guessing most people buy their things online, But I do think it's cool. I like the idea of a brick and mortar. I like the idea of like being able to go into a store and kind of shop. Um, I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, Kristi, I get my Diablo wheel cleaner. I got that one at Walmart, actually. Oh yeah, Walmart. I mean, hey, right?
That's
So
where I started. Yeah, around here, Walmart, um, auto parts stores
auto,
are it.
yeah, yeah, O'Reilly's if you want that, that type of thing,
That's
which they do carry, autos. I think we have like AutoZone. They carry quite a few things actually.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, if you get it locally. But
yeah,
um,
100%.
yeah, and Chemical Guys is a rite of passage. I totally agree.
Yes.
You know, I know many people who started out with Chemical Guys when they didn't know any better.
Yeah, same. That's where I started. Other than my grandpa, he probably still has it in his garage, like the old Armor All. That thing is probably discolored. So
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that. But yeah, other than that, Chemical Guys is where I started too. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Um, so Becca says it would be cool to see DIY detail locally. Um, is that
Cool.
something I don't know. Will DIY detail ever have a brick and mortar, you think?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
It'd be
But
interesting.
that would be cool though. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Of course, we're always looking for distributors. That helps. But yeah, I'm not sure. That would be something cool though here.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how Ivan could be in a million places at one time, but he'd figure out a way to do it. So
Yeah.
that would be cool though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be cool if they, or Adamo said a storefront in Omaha, but
Mhm.
I always think about, where where they're creating their videos and things. It would be cool if Ivan started doing some trainings there. Do you think that's something that is in the forefront?
Possibly. I'm honestly not sure. One of the biggest things I know is that Ivan and Sylvie, they're on the road all the
All
time.
the
So
time.
they're either between here, Canada, and things. So there's that. Nick, I believe, is in Utah. Last I checked,
Yeah, he is, I
he's like
believe.
Park City area. So yeah, I know that would probably be a challenge there. Um, I believe I know he's always open to helping people. So I would imagine detailing classes,
Yeah, look
primarily.
at he just
I would,
said,
worst case, email him,
yeah,
Ivan at DIYdetail.com, and they'll figure something out. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Definitely cool. As soon as Ivan starts doing trainings, I think Eddie had mentioned doing some trainings as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, definitely would be that would be cool. Man, that would be cool. I would spend some of my savings just to get there, that's for sure.
100%. Actually, on Facebook, he put something about Jamie going against Wanda.
Yes, I saw that.
I'm waiting for that, and the first thing I wrote, Eddie, was tell Jamie I love him, but he's getting dragged. He's got no chance. So we'll see.
Oh,
I'm
man,
sorry.
I totally agree. I
He's
totally
on another level there. No.
yeah. Yeah, those girls definitely know what they're doing, and they're so sweet. They're such sweethearts. But yeah, he's got to run for. She's gonna give him a run for his money, that's for sure. And I'm sure they'll video it, and I hope they do, because that'll be the video of the century.
Oh,
So
100%.
I
Yeah.
hope, I hope Jamie's ready because she's not playing.
I hope so. He's got to drink his coffee or whatever swamp juice he's got, but I don't think
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. No. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
And Kelly, I absolutely agree that all of the videos they do are absolutely training. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, you are not wrong in that. I think sometimes though it's just cool to have those one-on-one, or not if it's not one-on-one, but to be trained in person. Because you can only do, I think some of us are visual learners, but also hands-on. Like I'm a very hands-on learner. So as much
Yeah.
as I can learn through a video, to actually be able to be, schooled by somebody who's, physically telling me how to do it, I think is cool as well. Um, but yeah, his videos are definitely educational. That's for sure.
They
Um,
are. Then you throw Nick in there,
oh yeah,
and I mean, it's a whole other level. So
yeah, yeah. And
definitely.
Sylvie too, because she's the one doing the whole, doing the video, the recording. That's such an awesome trio.
They are. I would say if there's any one person, and I'm not playing favorites here, okay, everyone there, I'm not playing favorites out there. But I would say over everyone, if there's someone that I would aspire to be a detailer like, it's Sylvie. I'm sorry. She's just,
Oh,
I think she's on another level. Ivan, he knows everything there, but I'm sorry. He said it himself against Sylvie. He's got no chance. So I don't think anyone can out detail Sylvie. I don't think so.
yeah, yeah. He's saying Sylvie is integral to everything, and I totally agree.
For sure.
Yeah, I really love that. I would love to see Sylvie get into a video and do some detailing as well. I think that would be so cool. I don't know if that's something that they've ever talked about or that she's ever interested in doing. But I would love to see her, you know, in their videos. And maybe Ivan is recording and Sylvie is taking the lead with Nick. I don't know how that would work, but I would love it.
I would love to see like a whole team up thing. I would put like Nick, Ivan, Eddie, and Jamie against someone like Sylvie, Isabel, and Wanda. And I know it's going to be
Oh,
one-sided. They've got no chance. I would love to see that. So,
yeah,
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 that's
that would be
that.
so cool. Oh, look at Ivan says that she will be in a few soon.
Okay,
Awesome. That is really cool to hear. Yeah, definitely.
definitely, for sure.
Perfect. Um, well, Sam, we've been on for an hour and a half. How was it? Was it okay?
Yeah, no, it was really good. I can't believe that flew by. I'll tell you what. So,
It does, right?
it really
See?
did. Yeah,
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
to say the least. Yes.
Right. I think I have answered all questions. I again want to respect his time because he is in a different time zone. And Ivan is saying no contest. Sylvie and Eddie's girls would mop the floor.
At least.
I can't I can't disagree with that.
No.
Those two girls are a powerhouse. Eddie has definitely created something special in the two of those girls. I always wonder, I know that they have different, hopes and dreams and different things they want to do in schooling, but I always wonder if they'll continue to like detail on the side because, they're good at it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, I would say, yeah, like you said, who knows, but I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be proud to say the least, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, absolutely. Um, Such a great family, such good humans. Again, I don't know how many times we say it, but this whole community is just filled with some of the greatest people. It's just, it's lovely. Makes my heart so happy. And you are one of them, Sam. So again, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. You are doing an awesome job, and thank you.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And then everyone hanging out there in the chat, thank y'all as well. So, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was a good time for sure.
Perfect. And again, if you have any other questions specifically geared towards DIY or the products, where to reach Sam. And he will answer your questions as he's been doing. And again, in the Facebook, chats, DIY, or wherever it might be, he is right there to answer your every need. So you guys have a great night. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining me once again. And with that, I will say good night. Bye.